Hello there, my friends. This is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. Be sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and I sure will appreciate it. The last video I did, I talked about cults here in the Philippines. Uh, there are still some cults right here as well, all over the Philippines. Uh, that they don't consider themselves cults, but they do exactly what the leader tells them to, and believes everything the leader says. I had a run-in with them one time. Uh, I wrote a letter to the editor of the Philippines Inquirer after reading an article about them, and it wasn't real harsh, uh, but I got a whole bunch of emails regarding my comments. Their members went out in force, so just watch out. Today I want to talk to you about two groups. Down in Mindanao is a group called Ayasaya, Muslims, extremists, and they occupy Basilan and the Sulu Islands. Now they kidnap people for money, for ransom, and they usually get paid by the governments of the people they kidnap. I remember not too long ago, back 1990s, early 2000s, they'd kidnapped some foreigners from Sweden and several other countries, and were holding them up in the mountains, and they were demanding $1 million for each one, or something like that. And they had, of course, the Philippine Army was in hot pursuit of them, and they had a shootout in which I believe a 75-year-old man from Switzerland was killed during they did manage to get set free some of the victims there. That's how they made their money. I believe another country paid at least some of the ransom. So they were known to kidnap people and hold them for ransom. So you might be all right to go down there and visit, but you might also get yourself in trouble. Now, they had the MILF, which was more moderate, I guess, group that operated in Mindanao, and you wouldn't want to be around there if there was something. Say they were having some being chased by the Philippine Army and Marines. We've had U.S. has had military advisors down there helping the Philippines fight these guys, these extremists. And even longer group that's been around is the NPA, the National People's Army, the communists, as they call themselves, or the Philippine government calls them. They were operated in many places here in the Philippines. I do know that they are in Samar. Samar is an island down in the Visayas that Maida is from, and the NPA has quite a number of villages up in the mountains. But governments, they've had peace negotiations, so I think you're pretty safe around there. Now, Maida used to tell me when she was a young girl, she would go with her older sister up into the mountains, and they'd get up there and they'd run into the NPA, and there'd be somebody guarding, and they would want to know, who are you and why are you going up in this area? And then they would let them go on. Maida had a family member that was a member of the NPA, and that's why they were going up to this village up in the mountains. So things are pretty quiet with them between the military and the NPA, at least now. When we moved here, we were still living in Manila, and we went to Samar for her mother's birthday, and we went there and we drove around through the area, and you'd see Philippine military people along the roads. Be a few signs warning, do not pick up hitchhikers, or stay away, do not get out and roam around this area. So they're still up there, but as I say, they kind of got a peace between the two. Now, the leader of the NPA was a guy named Sison, and he, I think he was going to run for office, and the Philippines government was going to arrest him, but he fled. He fled to Sweden, and Sweden granted him amnesty, so they refused to return him. So he sits over there, and I don't know what he does there. Just enjoy it. So, as I say, these areas can be volatile, but still in Mindanao, you better be careful. You better be careful where you go to and when you go there. Back, it was, it's been a few years. There was this family of Muslims. That family was the governor and vice governor and mayors of towns and stuff. Very powerful, ran that region with an iron fist. They were pretty corrupt too. And this Datu from another area was going to run against him. And so a bunch of he and a bunch of followers were going to this capital city and filed to run against the governor in the election. Well, they started out, and then they were met with a large group of the governor's followers, and they were very well armed, and they just killed the people. I was quite a caravan. I think it was maybe 50 people or something in that, and shot every one of them. And then I don't even know if they buried them. They just left them there beside the road. So the Philippine government went after them and arrested all the governor and a whole bunch of the members of the family. I think it's Anpatuans or something like that. And arrested them, and they've been sitting in the Philippine prison here in Manila for years now, and I don't know if they had the trial or what, as I wasn't here, but I try to keep up with what's going on in the Philippines. Long before I even came to the Philippines, maybe I was just interested in it, in its history, and so I studied history at the university and know something about it. And since I was preparing to come here, I kept reading Philippine newspapers and trying to keep up with what's going on here. And that's why I know a lot of this stuff. I've read a lot of the newspapers. I know something about the former dictator, Fernando, senior moment now, Marcos. I followed that back in the U.S., all of that stuff. And now the son is the president. And so I find it interesting. Philippine politics and history is very interesting. So for most of you that come here, either as just tourists or whether you're going to be expats and live here permanently, like I'm planning on being here until I no longer here. I don't know what comes next, but as old as I am, I may be finding out soon. So there's many interesting things about the Philippines. The people, especially, I can't say enough good things about them. And some of the places I visited here, beautiful, unique, interesting, and just a fun place to live and enjoy my older days. But don't let any of this stuff keep you away from coming here. It's just be aware of where certain situations could happen and prepare for that. And just be careful when you're traveling in some areas that are known cult areas or political areas, that you don't want to get caught up in a fight between one group and another group. And so I don't feel bad about traveling anywhere, but I'm doing to be aware of what's going on in that area and avoid getting into any kind of conflict or making myself available for kidnapping. My brother died. I don't have anybody who's got $1 million. Maybe his son, my nephew. But anyway, it's today is cloudy. We've got a Typhoon Jenny. Can't remember what the international name is, but we got another typhoon that is expected to go north of the Philippines, and but we'll get all the monsoon rains that are being drawn up north, so we'll get a lot of rain and some wind, but that just keeps it cooler, makes things nice. Still without a truck, still waiting on Toyota to fix it. I'm not sure when it's going to be fixed, but hopefully soon. And we'll take a trip soon. And one of the trips is down to see Mayon volcano, one of the most perfectly shaped shield volcanoes in the world. And there's a church there that buried by the ash that fell upon it with a whole bunch of people inside. It should be interesting to you. So I'll have that coming up sometime soon. So y'all take care. Be sure to subscribe. Help me get over 1,000 subscribers. And y'all have a great day. Take care of your family and your pets. And we'll see you again tomorrow, maybe. I hope. All right. Have a great day.